Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos now the update for this Monday. Fulani terrorist infested Nigerian army carrying out genocide in Southeast with 82 Division Enugu leading the charge. Now, there is no doubt that the Fulani terrorists who are in the Nigerian army, they are desperate on ethnic cleansing to wipe out the entire residents of Southeast. They are in Enugu State now. The 82 Division Enugu is leading in that regard. Now, we have been saying the issue of this Enugu OP and Soka Road, the activities of Fulani terrorists, the herdsmen who are kidnapping people, abducting them, and the army that are aiding and abetting. Now, this is not the issue of aiding or abetting. The army is themselves carrying out this kidnapping, terrorism in Enugu State. This is full-fledged terrorism, kidnapping for ransom, everything. The army is doing it. Look, in most cases, people will say those who are anti-freedom, anti-democracy, those who don't want rule of law, those who hate people to be free and operate as free citizens, those who hate liberty, the oppressors, they always want to say, oh, look, we are carrying out propaganda. And that's why in most cases we make our references. Now, this is the Sahara Reporters. Sahara Reporters is doing this one now. Not our, no, sometimes they say, oh, we are carrying propaganda. This one is Sahara. Look at what the Sahara is saying. We have observed it, it's happening. But because of these people who say, oh, it's propaganda, I have to quote Sahara Reporters verbatim now. Look at what Sahara Reporters are saying. They say the incident we are talking about, there's a particular incident that happened in Enugu. Yes, lately, where these security agents, this army, military, opened fire on innocent persons. The neighborhood watch, the vigilante, who were actually protecting the citizens from the invasion of these Fulani attacks. Yes, these are people inaugurated by the community. Of course, we reported last time, yes, about the arrest of those people, the neighborhood watch. The arrest, it was just an abduction, not just arrest, by security agents who came from Abuja, according to the report. They said they came from Abuja to arrest people who were commissioned to protect their communities. And now they have been shot at. These vigilante members, the remaining of them, have been shot by the army directly. Now Sahara Reporters is saying, look, this, from their own account, around 9 p.m., this thing happened along 9th Mile, Eke Ezag Road. That's where it happened. Of course, they said they said this incident, there are journalists who have visited the scene of the attack in Eke community on Saturday, and the hospital where the survivors were receiving medical attention. Sahara Reporters said their journalists and others saw it as horrifying. They said the incident is horrific. So the victims were seen in critical conditions. According to Sahara Reporters, the incident has also shattered peace in Eke community, which has witnessed one of the deadliest and most horrifying attacks by kidnappers in Enugu State. Now, the incident has also sent fear into local farmers who have stopped going to their farms, as they have expressed the belief that the Nigerian army has subtly waged terrorist attacks on them using Fulani herdsmen. They hide under the Fulani herdsmen and they were attacking people. That's the army. That's what the people are believing now. Now, the Eke community, they said is the country home of the Director General of Voice of Nigeria, VON, Mr. Osito Okechukwu, the immediate past Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Geoffrey Nyama, and Chieftain of the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, Mr. Godwin Onwusi. Now, these are people from this community where these terrorists that call themselves army, they are operating, killing innocent persons. Now, These are the APC people. They are governed with Buhari, Osito Kechuku, Geoffrey Onyama. They're all there. Okay, let's go on. From the account, they said the vigilante was gruesomely murdered by the soldiers. One of them identified as Mr. Ebukoke. They said he lost his father exactly a month ago. Now, the Assistant Chief Security Officer of AK Security Neighborhood Vigilante Watch, Mr. Emeka Anibo, is among the victims of the horrific and unjustified attack. They said Anibo sustained gunshot injuries and is currently lying on his hospital bed. He managed to narrate to journalists how the soldiers attacked them. The Anibo was reading in pain while narrating the incident. He was thanking God for the timely intervention of one DPO. He said that DPO came from 9th Mile that saved them. That's what he said. So otherwise the soldiers would have just killed all of them, because they injured many people. After killing 2, they injured many in that attack on security on the neighborhood watch. So this Anibo is saying, save that DPO that God used to save them. Say, save him only. They will have been destroyed by this army, and the army will tag them, IPOB or ESN. That's the account of that man, Anibo. Okay? So he said they were at 9th Mile Corner on Thursday night, where they had gone to felicitate with their colleagues who were being inaugurated as Neighborhood Watch members, when they got a distress call that armed robbers had blocked the major road leading to the Catholic Church Pilgrimage Center, popularly known as Ugu Denso in Eke, through Ama Brewers. He said on receiving the call, they abandoned the food and drinks they were eating and swiftly drove out with a view to confronting the criminal elements. Said they also notified the Divisional Police Office of 9th Mile that covers the location. Said due to heavy gridlock occasioned by the blockage of the road, they could not get to the scene with their vehicle. He said they decided to park their vehicle along the road and started moving towards the place. Said on closely approaching the scene, they sighted 3 armed soldiers near the place without their vehicle, and they didn't know how they got there. So on sighting them, they shouted, "Stop there!" That's the army shouted, "Stop there!" They said they obeyed the instruction and stopped. He said he shouted that they are members of the State Neighborhood Vigilante Watch from the area. So after that, the soldiers asked them to be coming. They should keep coming. So, but surprisingly, on approaching the soldiers, they started firing at them. He said the soldiers from the own understanding, the soldiers came from 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, and they fired at them. He said they shot dead one of them, Ebukoke. Said they were shouting, "We are neighborhood watch group." Said their shouting didn't even touch them. And they equally shot another person, the wife of one of those inaugurated at 9th Mile. Said she was on a motorcycle with her husband going back to AK community. He said this is despite that they were in their full security uniform and had identified themselves properly. Yet this soldier shot at them at very close range. So after shooting them several times, particularly himself, after shooting him several times while he was on the ground, one of the soldiers went ahead to shoot at him in the shoulder, even though they saw his ID card and his uniform. They said the soldier kept on marching on him on the chest with his boot, saying he would kill him today. He said, in fact, it was the timely arrival of that DPO and his men that saved them. Said because, according to him, they were working with those DPO and his men. That's what the man is saying. I'm giving you the true account. Okay? So, but another victim, Obinofo, was also reading in pain while on oxygen therapy at the intensive care unit of the hospital. And the Chinedu Okolo, one of the victims of the soldiers shooting, described the situation as severe. They said this particular person, his manhood was shattered by the soldiers' bullets. This is horrific indeed. Okay, now